right to vote?
Well, people have died for it, right?
Yes, sir.
A number of individuals in the 40s, 50s, 60s has died for the right for us to vote. And as you know, again, the Republican-led General Assembly in North Carolina have put forward a voter suppression bill, that's what I call it, which basically puts artificial barriers in front of those individuals to vote. I mean, for example, no straight party voting in North Carolina. Students can't get a pre-register to vote. Now you have to show an ID to vote in North Carolina. They increased the number of dollars that candidates can receive that benefits one party over another. All these things are artificial barriers that prevent people from voting. And so, the law is the law. These things are in the courts now, but we ought not to allow people to put these artificial barriers in place that deny us the right to vote, because what they're doing is denying us access to the resources that we've paid into it. So I encourage everybody, it's May 6th is a primary date. Go vote. I would love for you to, vote for me, but if you don't vote for me, vote for somebody. Because the right and the privilege of voting is too precious to not do it. So go vote, 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 vote.
When you hear individuals say, I'm not going to vote because I don't care about what's going on, what do you say to them?
I think they're silly. Everybody knows somebody that's unemployed. And if you don't vote, the other side took away unemployment benefits. Everybody knows someone who probably needs Medicaid or Medicare. This General Assembly denied Medicare coverage for 500,000 citizens in North Carolina. Everybody knows a teacher or a teacher assistant, and they should know that these folks are not getting paid a good quality wage for a good day's work. Everybody knows someone who is a voter, and they should know that voter suppression laws are taking their right away to vote. Everybody knows a female, and they should know that this General Assembly is telling females what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Everybody knows somebody who needs earned income tax credit, but yet this General Assembly has taken that away. My point is this: if you do not vote, I mean, those precious things I just mentioned that everyone knows, feels, and someone that's in that boat, you're not doing yourself a favor, you're not doing your family a favor, you're not doing your friends a favor, and you're certainly not doing your community a favor. So all those things impact us directly or indirectly, and if they do, that you should be running to the polls to vote.
When I know you as a candidate, you go to a lot of meetings, you have a lot of with the other candidates. Why is it so important that we as citizens come out and visit some of these types of issue sessions where we can see exactly what the issues are?
Because it's like going shopping. When you select a candidate, you are picking someone to be your voice and your vote, whether it's in the United States Congress or the North Carolina State Senate or the Charlotte City Council. And so you need to make sure that investment, your vote, that investment is one that you feel comfortable making. And the only way you can do that is understand who the candidates are, what they believe in, what their platforms are, what their experience that they bring to the table. All that matters. So there are a number of community forums throughout the city, probably too many, but so there's more than ample opportunity for citizens to engage and identify the candidates, look them in the eye, and see if their belief systems match. For example, you can catch me online at my website. I'm on social media. So there are a number of ways for the citizens to interview the candidates, if I can use that analogy, to Google them and find out what they believe in. And so you can feel when you do go to the polls to vote that you are an informed voter and you're making a decision based on facts and figures, just versus someone saying, hey, I think that guy's a good guy, you should vote for him. You should do your homework and make sure that you feel comfortable casting that vote, your investment.
What are some of the events that you will be involved in the upcoming weeks, months?
Well, one is knocking on doors. I'll be all through the 12 congressional districts, primarily here in Charlotte, just visiting neighborhoods like Hidden Valley and Hampshire Hill and Shannon Park, Druid Hills, Graham Heights, North Triangle Street, Uptown Charlotte, just knocking on doors, introducing myself to voters, old style politics. Number of community events. I know we're going to Guerrero Heights at the end of the month, and we're going to do a nice cookout and
Oh,
cleanup
okay.
campaign in Guerrero Heights and knocking on doors and canvassing. We're calling voters all throughout the district. Obviously, I do a lot of church visits, and that's probably the part of the campaign I really like the most. I get an opportunity to visit a wide variety of religious service in the district, and so I get a chance to see and feel and touch voters in that way. And I'm a believer, so going to church on Sunday, whether it's at Friendship Baptist Church or St. Paul or Antioch, is what I enjoy doing. So, as you know, Paul, I'm very accessible,
Correct.
I'm very available, and I will continue to do that.
And why is that so important that we have someone representing us that's so available like yourself?
Well, because it's called a representative, right? And so I represent the views and opinions of people. And if you can't feel me, see me, touch me, talk to me, then how can you communicate what your pleasure is to me? So part of being, I think, a great representative is having and being available to the constituents. And that's why I like talking to you, because you reach a wide variety of people throughout the city that needs to know what the issues are. That's why I like going to churches and meeting with the ministers and the congregation. That's why I take the time when people stop me in the bank or the grocery store and say, "Hey, Malcolm, I got a question for you." I mean, you can't say, "No, I'm busy." No, you got to stand there and engage that constituents, because that's what you signed up for, and that's what being a great representative is all about. Being a people person, I love people, and so I want to be engaging, and also I want to be able to take information back from what I'm hearing from people that I'm representing.
You're a husband, you're a father. What type of things should we look for as far as Malcolm Graham? What do you like the most about being a husband and a father?
Well, me and my wife, we've been together, 26 years in marriage, and we probably known each other for 30. We got married, I was 25, she was 22, so we've been around each other for a while, and I just love having a partner that I can rely upon. She is my rock. She's my best friend, and together we've made a life together. And all the things that I'm doing, whether it's running for public office or all the success I've had, and I have some, she's been with me each and every step of the way. And as relates to being a father, that's the title I enjoy the most. Being a senator is fine, being a council member is fine, hopefully being a congressman will be okay. But the title I enjoy the most is the title of father, and I love my girls, and I protect my family, and watching them grow up from, 1 day old, and seeing them today as a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old is just simply amazing. And so between Kim, Courtney, and Nicole, those are the three individuals that I cannot live without.
When y'all sit at the family table, what are some of the topics that y'all discuss? I mean, being that you're the senator out there.
Well, I'm not the senator at home. It's like, Daddy, someone has to take out the trash. Go take out
No.
the trash, or Daddy, I need my car washed. Go wash my car. Or Daddy, I need some money. I'm going out tonight. It's really not about me. And I tell people all the time, being a state senator or a council member or a congressional candidate, it's what I do. It's not who I am. And so when I walk into the house at home, it is Daddy. My wife calls me by my last name is Graham. And it's all the conversations that we've had. We have conversations about life. We have conversations about their schoolwork. We have conversations about their commitment to community. We have conversations about their commitment to family. We have conversations about what they want to do when they grow up. They get scolded when they do something that's out of the way. And they get encouraged when they do something that they believe in. So it's a nurturing environment at home. Our family is not perfect. We got our ups and downs just like everybody else. But when we're at the dinner table, it's really about having fun with one another. And since the girls are in college now, and so the times that we are together, it's we love because they're way
Right.
more than they're here now. And so when we do get around the kitchen table and they'll be home for Easter next week, we're excited about that. So we'll just kind of cut the food, if I can use that analogy.
What makes Senator Malcolm Graham happy?
My family, my girls, my wife, um, being on the tennis court, sweating in the summertime, um, listening to some nice smooth jazz. And sometimes I just like to get in my car, and I got a little two-seater, a little old thing, but sometimes you just get to get in the car and drop the top and I just ride and love going home. I'm from Charleston, and so I love water and a nice plate of red rice
Red
with
rice,
macaroni and cheese
Yes,
makes me
sir.
happy as well. So.
Oh, God. You're doing a great job, sir. You've been doing this for so much years. What would you consider to be one of your biggest accomplishments in politics?
You know, I look back and look at all the things we've done. I really, the revitalization of Belmont community and investing in Piedmont Courts and transforming that community and seeing the way it was when I was a council member and where it is today. Still got some work to do over there, no doubt about it, but it's a lot better today than it was yesterday. The arena uptown, that was very controversial when we built it. Citizens said that we should not build the arena, but every time I drive by it, I get a sense of pride because I know I voted for it and made the investment to build it with the members of the city council. And but for the arena, there's no CIAA tournament in Charlotte, and that brings $50 million to the local economy every year. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about the legislation that we put in place for gangs. I mean, Hidden Valley is a really, really beautiful community, beautiful people that live over there, trapped by gang and gang violence, and to be able to go to the state senate and get comprehensive gang legislation passed with them in mind, trying to help make their quality of life better, was something that's very significant to me. So those are the things that come to mind right now. But I believe, Paul, my better days lie ahead.
Correct.
And that's why I'm running for United States Congress, and I think there's more work for me to be done on behalf of citizens in Greensboro and Winston and High Point, here in Charlotte, Salisbury. So my better days lie ahead.
We're running short on time, Senator Graham. If someone want to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
www.malcolmgrahamforcongress.com. That's FOR, malcolmgrahamforcongress.com, Facebook and Twitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Senator Graham for coming on the show, and get out there and get involved. Vote. You be encouraged. Thank you.